it is Amnian Nights. Mr. Death will recap.
Sure. Well, last time we ran up, we ran down, and we ran all the way around the system of caves that we have found ourselves in. We slapped people all around the place, and that was fairly easy, really. So we've killed a bunch of people, most of them completely unknown to us, some of them firebrands? Firecams? No, Firecam is specific person, Firebrands is the organization. Good. So Firebrands. So we've met someone who recognized Sire specifically, but, well, killed them as well. Just didn't matter, really. We found two people specifically who were looking into a crystal, a pink one, I believe, which was very big, but also then fairly small somehow. And that seemed to be some sort of connection to the bot outside, the machine. I remember it had some spooky name, but it doesn't quite come to me right now. Eidolon, yes, that. So yeah, we killed them, and we were unable to do anything through the crystal, unable to make a connection with the machine. So we left that, and then ran further, and we have found a scaled gargantuan creature stuck to this, well, not stuck to the ceiling, but just perched on it and asleep somehow through the cacophonous roars that were just ringing throughout the system. And then finally, we have circled around and found another scaled creature, but this time bound instead of just asleep. And, well, someone decided to kill it, because it asked us to, Seemed the polite thing to do, to just put it right between the eyes, maybe. No, that wouldn't be No. Either way, it died for just a second because Sira couldn't stand it. So we were suddenly stuck in, not negotiations, but in a sort of strange position where we started running around like chickens. Atticus got exhaustion from just the room itself because it was hot. And then we managed to... Oh, wait, no, that was completely different order, because that would be... The room turned off when we killed the creature. And then we saved it. And then the room wasn't hot anymore. So we saved also the rider of the creature. And that's when everything went to shit. Because the rider killed Atticus's patron friend. And, told us about it, so that was a problem. And then we had to kill Atticus. And that's where we are now.
Atticus is dead.
Yes.
Atticus has been bound and has been spoken to, and Suldil has made it clear that he will kill Atticus, even though he knows that will inevitably lead to an absolute inglorious bastards wine cellar bar annihilation scenario. But they have sworn that to Ciro, that okay, they will wait till you get out of here to talk about it more, but if Atticus raises a hand against them, it all starts to go wrong. Anything else that anybody would like to add before I take us through? Cool. Mr. Death, give yourself an inspiration.
Just, I guess, for everyone to be on the same page, we're looking for some sort of stone to free Palavan, who's the dragon. So a stone is where it's at. Hopefully it says
your
like
uncle has it,
Elias.
or was last to have seen having it?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where we pick up.
So, have you ever been taken out of this cage? Do you know anything about the layout of these caves?
I have not
You knew there was a guard on the other side of the door, I'm hopeful.
I did know. I could sense him. But no, I have been brought in here several times, but never beyond these chambers.
I guess we have a decision to make whether we return to the large cavern and into the water, or we pursue the passage up north. She eyes the store.
Really quick, we didn't take care of the guard to the north of us, right? It's
No.
still potentially on the other. Okay. I mean, I didn't see anyone that seemed like he was your uncle the way we came. So
There's much to explore down south. It opens up wider, I think.
yeah, it's potentially where all the dragons are. Though that you saw Obsidian, right? Or just
Yes.
one dragon? Dragoness?
I've seen one, but large enough.
Sire takes out a letter and says, "This letter is concerning because it states that Elias will be Yagashura, whatever they are, and the rest of the representatives of the dragons tonight. If it is still tonight, we have been here for a while. I don't know if this meeting is over, if it's taking place right now.
Well, if Obsidian's
Perhaps if we
dragon
find...
was sleeping, maybe it either already took place or has not yet taken place. It'd be kind of a weird time of night to have it, honestly. Right now.
It does say the meeting is tonight.
Like midnight or something?
It is kind of like past midnight, actually. I think it's like...
Yeah.
What time is it, DM? Like, we started this quite late. We've been at it for a couple of hours.
It was made dark a little early, if you remember, and inclement weather. So I'd say you're coming up on midnight.
They for sure already had this meeting.
Then we're looking for some quarters. Sleeping rest. Like the sort of where the guards were, opposite here.
So north? Is that what we're voting? Alright, well... Atticus is bound, right?
Yeah, he's conscious again, man.
Yeah.
He's been talking a bit.
You gonna be cool? Or...
Look, it was a fit of rage. I'm fine.
Yeah, but like, oh god, if we undo your binds and you go all nuts again, like, I can't. You know? Like, we have, like, literally so much shit going on. You cannot do this right now. If we undo your bindings so that we can take care of this guard that's on the other side of the door, I need you to be cool.
Sounds great.
Okay, because otherwise I'm absolutely going to let that dude kill you.
But what would you do without me?
Well, not die in a dungeon, maybe, because people couldn't be cool. Alright?
I don't think you were ever at risk of dying, just so you know.
Alright, and I'm gonna go over to release his bindings if anyone's gonna try and stop me.
Suldil just gives Atticus a long look and slightly sort of cracks his neck. His own, not Atticus.
Alright, yeah, I'll undo your bindings if no one's stopping me. And then just step back like...
So shall I take this healing potion, or whatever's left?
Yeah, I can't actually see your health. So
Again,
no,
God damn it.
You look fine to me. What do I got?
Not in the party.
Visibility, everyone, always. Why are we just changing what menus say for no reason all the time?
No, it is there. It's just so thin that it looks like there's no health.
Well,
It wasn't there before.
I've just put it back on.
Oh. Fine.
I have a mighty 1 health point.
I mean, real talk, if you take the healing potion and use the action, it's probably more than I can give you right now. But, yeah, I'll look again. Like, yeah, why don't you drink that now? We'll save what I've got for later. I'm sure we will need it. What's our plan for this door?
I do still have a regular potion of healing and then the one you gave me as well.
Okay, sweet.
Do you think I should take them all or risk it?
Maybe just one more? Not all of them.
Which one should I use? This one or the one that you made?
I can't actually see how many hit points you have. Just take mine?
Okay.
So you resolve that we leave Havalon here and close the door behind us.
Wait, you're using your full action to just take it. Like, don't you get the whole thing?
Good question.
Yeah, you did it a minute ago. We've taken a full,
Yeah, why are you
a full
rolling now?
action.
Because I hadn't set this one up to have a versatile charge, but that means I did not roll a 0, and therefore everything is fine. I gain 1 HP. Doesn't really taste like much.
Watered down. So yes, you say we leave Havalon here, close the door behind us, and that the guards should take that the room is still sealed. This was what you proposed moments ago, yes?
You're looking at me like I'm some sort of member of a famous evil dragon hunting organization. We've just reached this place. We are all tired and running out of resources. If we make the wrong call and get into fights, we will just be surely be worn down like a war of attrition. But yes, sure, let's go for the north door. I say with absolutely no idea of what I'm doing.
Oh, the door was already closed, I forgot.
Yeah, we closed it.
And Sildeal sort of lowers her voice. Have any of you a means of opening this lock?
Only very loud ones.
I thought you could.
We can first.
No?
Yeah, I thought so too, but
Oh, okay.
must have switched my proficiencies at some point. At some point I will get that. Is he like playing is he trying to pick lock?
No, he's just listening. It may be that we can head around instead.
I mean, we made a hell of a lot of noise getting in here and no one came. Which is why I'm concerned everyone's at this meeting.
There's also quite a trail of bodies now.
If a guard were to enter this room for some reason, they would not kill Havalon. He's too valuable. All that would happen is they would loudly come seeking us. By this token, I think we are safe leaving that guard.
I mean, how often did they check on you in there? Real talk.
Every several weeks.
So the odds of the one day out of every several weeks of them checking today that you're still in the place that you've been for 100 years without moving are pretty low.
I was more concerned they would enter the room and find the equipment destroyed, and Havalan no longer being drained.
It's more like, it's not destroyed, right? They would maybe just think something went wrong.
And Suldil looks over to all of the severed cables.
Oh yeah,
Very-
dangling
pulled them out
from the
after
ceiling.
yeah, that's right.
Very much like
And that the machinery
two-piece.
is stopped and that the room is not bathed in red light.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think this changes nothing.
Yeah, alright. Cool.
Out of character, Siri just seems very doubtful about going through the north door. If anyone thinks it's a bad idea, it's not like she's like, we're going through the north door. Like, can very easily be swayed to not.
I thought you just all agreed not to.
Yeah, because it's locked. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
right.
fine with going through it, but we have no way to, so...
Like it's locked and you know there's a fight, an immediate fight on the other side of it.
Yeah, so...
Okay,
I'm
let's go.
fine with going out the vault door, closing it carefully behind it, because no one actually knows, you know, that it's unlocked.
And Suldil just rests their hand on Havalan's neck for a moment, and Obsidian, you hear them quietly saying Draconic. Hold on a little longer, soul friend.
As everyone leaves, I'm just gonna message him again and be like, hey, no hard feelings about before. I was doing what you asked me, you know, but your friend seems to really want you alive, so I hope we're cool. And then I'll just walk.
I guess we open the door.
Yeah.
No changes. Same as it has been.
Alright, so...
Do you... Oh.
I think actually, guys, I don't know how to. I put my token together and it's like my screen is all black. Like I double click and everything's black. Sorry, I'm reloading. Everything's dark. I was gonna send Cora to scout is what I was gonna do, and then everything went back.
Press tab.
I was about to ask Suldil if they sense dragons. That's something they do.
Not within the scope of what I can sense, other than Havalan. It is around 30 feet away I can detect.
It's something.
What are the ceilings like here, DM?
Carved stone, just like cavern ceiling, high, around 40 foot high.
Any dragons hanging from this one?
No, not that you can see.
Oh.
Well, she's having her cloud scout down below. Can I just listen up at this corner and not go around it or anything? Just kind of stay close to it and make sure I don't hear feet approaching while she's doing that.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Oh, sorry guys.
For perceiving.
Yeah.
So perceptive right now. You hear the very faint distance of squelching that you could from that little cavern that you know is on the left. Other than that, nothing else but sound. The occasional the occasional flitter of bats. You know that particularly large cavern was is to the north of you.
Is up around this corner to my north, where we saw the squelchy? Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
if you can't remember, to reappraise yourself.
Yeah.
Actually, that way is the way we came from.
Is it? I'm all
Yes.
turned around.
You
It's
remember there were
all
different
just
there were
like
different
gray
paths
rock.
not
I
taken back.
don't. It all looks the same to me.
There were.
This
There-
maze is a maze, man.
North and then north was the way we came from, but north and then west was the weird gooey room that we didn't explore.
Oh,
That's
shit,
right.
The gooey room.
And there are multiple avenues off this main room. Another one as broad as this to the southeast.
There was another northeast path,
Mm-hmm.
north of the.
Many.
But
And through this door to that we're next to, that was where we fought the conflict, and there were further paths going south.
behind the dragon, there was a door there.
I thought all paths south lead to where that sleeping dragon on the ceiling is. At least that we've discovered thus far.
Not.
Well, Obsidian has all the light, so I'm going with him.
Well,
And I should just be stick together.
As you went down the steps, Soul Deal's like, hold. And Obsidian, you would remember that you are beginning, drawing close to the location where you saw the scales on the ceiling.
yeah, but it wasn't specifically here, was it? It would
Sure.
be somewhere there, I think.
Yeah, now I'm turned
I don't
around.
see where
If-
you're pinging.
That's fine.
To our right.
Yeah.
I thought it was all one big cavern room, and you entered it from
No,
just
so-
further
I don't-
along east.
The door that's above us on the right, there's a small room, and then there was a corridor with stairs down that led into a square room. That square
Hold on,
room
guys. I
is
know
where
how
the
to fix
monster
this.
was.
Oh, let me find this map really quick in Discord. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I thought the room to the south of us was maybe just yay big, and Obsidian entered it from just further east, but it was still the same big cavernous.
I mean, it
water
also
area.
did have water in, so it may
Yeah.
well be that they are effectively connected. We didn't go that
There's
far.
one way to really find out. It's just peek and look at the ceiling, I guess.
Yeah, I thought when we came down, because there was a door there, but I thought the dragon was in that room that had water in it. But are you saying that the dragon is beyond that room that has water in it?
No, I'm saying that Soul Deal has warned you he can sense something, and I've reminded Mr. Death that he has just been in this body of water, and that there
Okay.
was something on the ceiling
So
above
it is
him.
the same cavernous
Yeah.
room. Yeah. Okay.
So it's a distinct possibility. Or you know what? This might be another part of it, and there might be another dragon in it. Just an idea.
There's multiple water rooms. Okay.
Just like a dragon here, and then next one.
So do we risk dragon, sludge, or retracing more to try and find another path?
If that's where the dragons are resting, I would expect the people to be elsewhere.
Okay, so sludge and I'm speaking loud for the microphone, but I am whispering.
Yeah, same.
So sludge or retracing to find another path.
If you had an undercover hideout, would your sleeping quarters be through sludge?
No.
This is actually something Siri would know. Would the firebrand's hideouts usually favor sludginess, or are they kind of like what are they like? Are they like
Firebrands have normally been in urban places. This does not
Yes.
fit in with the sort of environments you know them. However, you can't imagine them being happy sleeping on sloppy dungeon floors.
But the guard room, what triggers me, like, what I'm confused about is the guard room. Guard rooms are usually close, guarding the people who are resting. We couldn't have been that far away.
Atticus, can you look like one of the guards again? Like maybe one of the ones at the pink crystal thing?
I can't really remember their faces. Can we go check on them? What's left of their faces?
I have no idea where they are.
I
I
think
couldn't
one
Or
of them
just-
was can. Didn't
if
Obsidian
my life depended on it.
head
which it
bite one of
does.
them?
Atticus does his best to imitate what he remembers one of those random dudes looking like.
Okay. Do you want to just peek your head into places we've been? And then if there's people there, you can be like, oh, sorry, and then come back to us and we know not to go that way. Or, you know, you be our peek in the room guy. Because you're the least alerting in your get up. You are not pushed to talk right now.
Oh, I'll be the bait. Sounds great. And I'll first go off and check that I do in fact look like one of these dead dudes.
Oh, hey, there we are.
Yeah, you can look like one of those dudes.
Okay, so there's this cavern down to the right, which probably links up at some point with the other one. There's another big path to our north, and there's a sludgy way to the east. There's plenty of choices here. What do we want to do?
I think it would be super cool if I just stayed by this pink crystal with its nice light, and we sent you with the coin and
You can take a lantern up.
And well, Obsidian still has my little coin.
Hey, but there was a lantern on the floor they put down next to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally a lantern on the floor, flickering away.
All right, you want to take that lantern and just peek down into that cavern down there really quick and see what our options are?
Push the dog.
I've applied a lantern's worth of light to myself.
Nice.
So which direction?
Just
southeast
of us right now. And I'll if you don't come back in like 30 seconds, I'll send you a message that you can send back in your mind. I'll check in with you.
So, looking up, you see just regular cavern ceiling here as you wade through. You see a doorway off to the southwest, and then the steps heading back up on the other side.
I'm gonna message Atticus after like 30 seconds, be like, hey man.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
So down there in the water, there's walls on both sides.
Yeah.
There's a door in one side, which could well lead through to the room that we originally saw. That beast on the ceiling. There could be rooms, interstitial rooms between them. I don't know. But then on the other side of that pool, there's stairs going back up. So I would suspect that it's not in the same kind of low cavernous dip, and that we could, continue this way at least a little.
Do we want to go this way then? Or check
Also,
out?
there is that door, obviously, but I don't know if that's a risk.
I mean, it's either that or we backtrack even more.
I can go a little further and see what I see, but feel free to hedge a little forwards and then I'll peek ahead again.
Suldil is going to, as you're talking, take one of his guys' longsword and their padded armor.
Yep. You need help with that? I don't really know how to put on armor that well.
They are surprisingly quick at pulling
You
it
got
on.
it. Yeah. You're good.
I appreciate the offer. Whoa, that's just going way too fast for me. Yeah, you see a door with a very, very faint purple glow coming from beneath it here. And then, yes, another doorway to the north. To the right, the map ends. We will say that there is a cave. We'll say there is a cave in at the far right here. And then, yeah, a doorway to the north.
Atticus, you good? I'm messaging you.
Yes, there's 2 doors, one to the north, one to the south, and then a cave-in blocking. You can all come up here if you like.
Alright, I'll relay that to the others and start moving forward.
Since Sarah can see well in the dark, she's just minding the rear. Haha. And it's also looking over her shoulder from time to time, making sure that nothing comes from behind.
So
As sure as she can.
there's this door to the south with a bit of a glow about it, and then another door here to the north.
Alright. You want to try the door to the north? We'll stand back a bit. Everybody tuck over.
Hopefully, Swildale also tucks in.
So in the room, it's steps that lead down to a flooded room of water where you see standing and sort of staggering around just fleshy, twisted creatures, part human, part scale. On the steps in front of you facing down is a cloaked figure holding with a scepter leant against the wall next to them and a notepad, sort of taking notes. They turn back over their shoulder and see you in your guise. Say, what are we needed?
Just checking in. Everything okay?
Yes, why do you check?
Just being thoughtful, I guess. All right. See you later.
Very
And
well.
I'll go to close the door. Okay.
For reference of what some of the things that he just saw in that room were, where are we?
Should have screenshotted.
Should have screenshotted for, oh, where's it gone? Oh no, I'll find it later for you. Oh, there it is. It was things like that.
So, yeah, there were all these weird, scaly, part tentacle, warped-looking people. I guess they're people, I guess the kind of acolytes of the process that, they do to turn the people into the things. I don't know if they've gone wrong or if they're just part way through. I did see one that looked kind of like that blob creature we saw at the cemetery in that room that we never went in because it was too scary. Yeah, and there was that one sorcerer who seemed to be, I don't know, keeping an eye on them or something. But he was cool with the disguise, so yeah, I couldn't really see anything in the room other than more dank, knee-high water. And I don't know, I saw at least like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, something like that of these things.
What are they, in chains? In a cage?
No, just like roaming around freely in a big kind of circular-ish area. The stairs immediately after the door that lead down, and then it's like a watery, circular-ish room. I couldn't see to the sides or the corners of the room to see if there were any more branching passageways because my light was only illuminating what was immediately in front of me. I mean, I'm certain that we could take them out if we wanted to, but it also doesn't strike me as somewhere one would store, like your valuables.
Yeah, it had the look of a trashed, flooded room to you.
Yeah.
And which side do these doors open to?
What do you mean?
Outwards or
Inwards
inwards?
or outwards?
Towards us or into the
They
room?
open towards you.
Okay, cool.
I was wondering if there was any way to bar it, but I was like, I don't know
Yes,
where
there
to
is.
find like a beam. There's.
There is a way to bar them very well.
Yes, I know. But then you lose that.
Well, I mean,
Just
temporarily.
temporarily.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
If we want to try these glowing ones, perhaps it would be good to secure the back before we do that.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Smart.
Because we do want to try the glowing door, even though we do not know what makes them glow. Was that an ominous enchantment glow, or was that just...
There's a light from under the door glow.
Oh, okay, well, fuck. Well, if you want to try those, maybe I'll just put it here for a moment. And I'll, I guess, leave the Ebonstone Sentinel locked on the door.
Yes,
So
perhaps a wise idea to check all our options if we have the ability to before making a firm decision. Are you guys going to stay to one side again for a moment? Don't be too far away, because you know if things go south, I want you to be able to come quickly. Solid deal.
So, opening the door. Oh, that's the position of your token. How unfortunate. You would be able to see through the door. So for the sake of your passions, I'm going to move you over so I can describe what you see properly. Here's what you see. So the door opens into a large room in which there is a large table surrounded by a number of figures, clearly in the midst of a meeting. Behind them, in the wall, is a large purple crystal. The figures sat around the table. Two of them are familiar to you. Firstly, your uncle, Elias Gladstone, sits in a slightly faded but still well-fitting version of his finery. You also have the shimmering, almost like arcane, maybe even like an illusion or a projection of Gornak, the fat tiefling. There are several other figures around the table. A short, pale, rather portly, extremely well-dressed fellow with faded skin, clearly corpse-like, and red eyes. A strange, yellow glowing eyes drow. And a very bizarre, kind of she's not in a chair, but she's almost like sort of piled in the place of a chair next to the table. Vaguely feminine collection of of fungus and decay. And stood at the head of the table, hands placed on the table, sort of leant forward as he's been speaking, but now looking up towards you as you enter, as you open the door, is a large armoured, in plate, with a great big set of furs over the shoulder, and an extremely large greatsword, a hobgoblin that is clearly holding the meeting, and is obviously Yagashura. There is a moment where they all look towards you, and then seeing another firebrand turn back to business. Yagashura does for a moment, but then you just notice Atticus, but he tilts his head for a fraction of a moment as if hearing something, and looks back at you, and he just smiles in a very warm, genuine way. It's like, I hear it is a reunion. Gather your fellows. Come.
This is Yagashura, the hobgoblin that says this?
It is.
Come on in, guys.
And there is obviously this hovering curtain of energy that sort of hangs between you all, that I will ask you all to make an Arcana check when you enter the room to see if you are able to identify its means. But yes.
Are we entering the room, though?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't see
like-
what's in there, though. So, like, if he says, come on in, guys, I'm gonna trust him like an idiot.
I'm so desperate trying to turn on my screen light as well.
Do you need me to turn
If
this?
you're able to reach it, that would be marvellous. This one on my right, thank you. So, are your companions coming along? Everyone's being very...
Well, now we see the curtain, so... Are we do that Arcana check to see if we know what it is, or...?
They see me in the room, they hear me say, come on in,
No,
everyone,
that's-
so, you know.
again, that's not on my right.
Yeah, but then we see things.
She's doing her own thing.
As we get
Never
closer.
mind.
It's, oh, that. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's my...
No, I can't
that's
reach
still
that
my
one.
right. Let's have a look at those rolls are. Oh, a 4 from Atticus. Nope. 14 from Obsidian. Nope.
What did we say? Arcana?
It is an Arcana check. Whatever this curtain is, it feels almost like a wall, sort of, that forces itself between you and whatever is on the other side. But yeah, Yagashura, are they shy?
I would have walked in, like, so upon, like, you tell me to come in, I would have come in. Ugh, jeez. And then seeing what you told me to come in and see, I would have looked at you and just been super pissed.
And you obviously see there are a couple of guards who are seated almost like, attendants or ball boys in the room while this meeting is taking place. It is a family reunion. I hope it is not distressing to any of you.
I'm sorry. So rude of me. Asher Vasher, and no, I'm not part of the family, but, I'd love to get all your names. God.
Well, by my token, you have already met Gornak, who, whilst not here in person, is lending valuable contribution.
Yeah, we weren't really formally introduced. Nice to meet you.
Indeed. The elf next to him, I'm sorry to say, is secret. But Elias Gladstone, I am sure, requires no introduction. It is your nephew, Elias, for he wears a guise, I am told, by the great Uniter, and of course, your dear niece, Elias's face, where Elias's brow furrows, but he attempts to remain impassive. Do you meet his gaze, Siri? No. Whilst if you're not looking at it, you know that his eyes are fixed on you.
Her eyes are on the ground.
Lady Decay is our honoured guest this evening. And the fungal thing, the head just sort of turns. The body doesn't move at all. The head just not even like Exorcist style, but like a long, impossible, like a sped up version of like how a plant stalk turns to face the sun, and it just turns around, fixes upon you all for a moment. And then we have the esteemed Lord Sanguinar. And the Lord gives a little, almost like a titter of sorts, and waves at you all in a very unvillainous fashion. Yagashora turns back to the table and sort of gives a slight bang of his fingers. So our business is concluded, although it seems mine has only just begun. You each have your instructions, yes? And I trust that you will see them executed. I will be in touch in due course. But it seems that I must attend a new set of guests. You will be shown to your portals, of course. And he snaps his fingers, and I don't know if you had noticed with your vision just on the edge, but there was also a cultist stood over on this far wall who opens the door, and the figures begin to move out. Except Gornak, who just laughs, and then the image just fades as he had been there, not in person. The drow gets up, and without a word or a look to anyone, walks out the room. Lady Decay slowly sort of piles down under the table, very Hexa style, just bunches up and moves out through the doorway. Lord Sanguinar stands, turns towards you all, and just looking at you all gives like a oh. And there are a few moments where Elias gets up, slowly walks around the table, and just stares at you for a moment.
I am here for a stone that is in your possession. She says she finally lifts her eyes to him, and it feels like it cost her everything to say that, just that.
So you say that to Elias?
I am here for a stone that is in your possession. We shall free the dragon that is imprisoned here. Hand it over.
He reaches into his pocket and brings out a pouch, and not even attempting to reach through this barrier, just steps back and sets it down on the table, and then waits a moment longer, turns on the heel, and walks out the room.
This, like, I know we rolled a 4, but like, is a 4 enough to know that this is a dangerous thing, like barrier, like an arcane barrier?
It's just you do not know. what it is.
Well, then I will try to cross it.
You what, sorry?
I will step forward.
I believe. Let me just find the exact.
Like, if it's not like buzzing with like crackling energy and like if it's just sort of like a curtain and I rolled a 4, I'm just gonna go through it.
Just silently disintegrates.
Yeah, you put before you can see through it. It's like a brick wall. You just cannot pass through it in any way. Having watched them go and the door close, Yagashora just smiles and claps twice, and the wall disintegrates or fades away. It's like, be seated if you wish to discuss matters before the inevitable, or if you wish to get straight to it, that works for me as well. Will you seek elucidation, or simply the thrill of the fight?
Which way do these open? It is suddenly important to me.
It doesn't say, it will say out into the corridor, the same as the other ones did. Also, Monkey, whatever you said there, you were pushed to talk.
Oh, he walked by this corner and when he put the stone down, right? Can I pick it up?
Yes.
I pick it up and toss it to Siri.
I catch it.
Okay. I'll wait with that.
I will mentally message Siri and be like, hand it to Guy. Maybe he can slip out.
I'd say as you catch it, Siri, you feel enough shift in there.
It's not a stone.
It's not a stone.
I don't need to open that to know it's not a stone.
It feels like
I know this guy. Like.
Does Sultiel say anything so far, or do they react somehow to the events that have transpired?
He's just been watching. Hand on his his longsword's drawn just down near the side. Now he has the red brands, the firebrands longsword. Wrong campaign.
Sure.
Sid is not sitting. I mean, she doesn't like sitting in a pub, much less like she's not gonna sit. She's wearing plate. It's not comfortable. It digs into your ribs. She's not sitting.
How like you this place? I myself do not care for it. It is dank and oppressive.
And full of creepy, like, tentacled monstrosities, apparently.
I am sure that to Lady Decay, we all look just as bizarre.
I was more thinking the room to our north.
Oh, you have been busy. Most industrious. Yes, the drug has required a great deal of refinement. There are many who very nobly aided in its testing phase.
Very noble.
It has now been perfected. Would you like to try it?
No thanks, I think I already did. Sorry.
Indeed, yet you seem none the better for it. Why are you
Maybe
here?
It's not as great as you think.
Why do you embroil yourselves in my master's affairs? I say this without the impudent flair of some needless aggressor. I am truly, before you meet your end, I am most earnestly curious at why you set yourself against the great Uniter so.
Money.
Your
Money!
actions have
I appreciate your
caused
candor.
pain and suffering. You have a prisoner here. We shall see him free. And then we will endeavor to stop the spread of any more pain and suffering. For coin or for what is right.
Very noble for a terrorist. At what point did you change your ways?
Suffice to say, they are changed.
Congratulations!
Were you always a
Sincerely.
cruel overlord?
A cruel overlord?
Yes.
Who decries me so?
Your actions.
What are my actions to you? Calls over to the 3 guards on the wall, like... Have you heard? I am a cruel overlord. You do me a disservice by not telling me. And they laugh, the 3 men on the wall. And he's like, I am curious which of my actions you think make me a cruel overlord. The context is most intriguing to me. Please, please.
I have neither the patience nor the desire to talk semantics with you. We shall leave this place with a freed dragon and knight and put a stop to your actions here. By all means, wax lyrical if you want to. It shall be the last thing you do.
You speak without conviction. Are you rattled from seeing a relative you betrayed?
Why don't you test my metal? She says with a little bit of a rattled voice.
Oh, all in good time. You seem to rush to the inevitable. I will take no joy in killing you. Know this. I offer a chance of discussion. You... Is your turmoil so great?
Why don't you answer this? What exactly does Sendax want with Athkatla and turning people into these monsters?
He sort of,
what is it all for?
He just sort of turns his head for a moment, so... Athkatla is nothing. Sendax's goals are far more broad-reaching. But Athkatla is simply a necessary step along the road, a convenience.
And all of these people here, they're united under the Uniter?
Again, Atticus, looking rather small. They are dignitaries for associates of Sendax. Necessary. Obedient, for the most part. Lady Decay is difficult to reason with. She is not quite as cognizant as the others. She is a creature of instinct. But the others all serve their overlords, who are much easier for Sendax to relate to. Sendax wishes to end turmoil by bringing all together under one unifying banner. Siri, your distress
You are
concerns me.
mistaken.
Oh,
Sendax seeks to join everyone under unified banner, but at least from one of the company you keep, most serve only themselves. So it would be amusing to watch you chase your tails, trying to secure the loyalty of those who cannot be loyal. Yes.
Who only serves themselves?
I would venture all of these in this meeting, especially probably you.
Forgive me, your words are not wounding when they seem to be utterly impotent. This is sad for me to see. I've heard about your fire. Such a fiery, compassionate young woman, regardless of what your eventual loyalties ended up being. And yet, this pale, meek, unsure thing, I am so sorry at how the hand that you've been dealt.
My fate is not yet written.
I'm sorry?
Clearly,
I
your
cannot hear
age shows in your ear. Sorry, can you not hear me, or is he just being a dick?
No, well, it seemed like you quite quiet. You went quite quiet saying it. So in character,
No,
it was a bit of a speak up.
No.
Well, I will take your conviction at the strength that you are telling me it exists.
I do not waste my energy on empty words like many of you do, especially my uncle. Actions speak louder than anything you could ever say.
Is it to action then?
She draws her sword.
Asher, Obsidian, Soldil? Are we committed to this cause?
I mean, your cause doesn't seem much better.
Very well. And he just stands and, for what it is worth, I would have gladly offered refreshment and allowed you to talk and ask your questions and received honest answers before we came to this end. And yeah, just levers his sword and let's roll initiative.
For what it's worth, we would have never gotten anything actually true from his mouth. Just saying. This is my opinion and Cyril's opinion.
I think we would have probably gotten something true if only because he thinks we're gonna die. We might.
Oh, let me just take Kuratora out the initiative.
Oi! Someone knocked my die.
Did you get cocked?
No, it's fine.
Gotta pay for that normally. Right, where's that?
I mean, Asher, it's not too late. You can still go
think
away.
At this point, it would be like, hey, wait, I have some questions.
Yeah, I've offered in character that a couple of times.
No, but like Asher could just go like, I'm just gonna hear him out and just like.
No, because this was like your guys' thing, because Elias and all that, you guys like had background, so.
Elias is not there.
Okay.
This is a.
You're up.
Okay.
Siri, you're next.
Cool. We are going to die. I am going to cast.
Bit louder, please, love.
Sorry, I'm finding the things. There it is. I'm going to cast Blade Ward on myself. And back up to there.
The fight started, just back it up.
Like, shrink.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that you?
That's it for me.
Siri.
I mean, this is not the strategically right thing to do, but it is what she's going to do. Can I attack from here? He's kind of occupying 4 squares, so I don't know where he's actually.
Let me just wiggle him. I had him moved for
for
dramatic
chair
effect.
positioning.
We can say he's there,
Um,
So
That's
as you
not the
enter
smart
his-
thing to do.
As you enter his space, his great sword that just has this. It looks like it's a mundane weapon, but there is a slight purple shimmer to it. As you approach and draw in range, it's been resting on the table as he's been talking. He just flicks it out with this unerring speed. And he makes an attack as you enter his space. Can you react to a 25?
Yes, with meets it beats it, right? So if my AC was 25,
He'd still hit.
it still hits. So then no.
Okay.
Why did I get a reaction from Shield then? I got like a pop-up thing to click.
Oh, what it said, do you want to use a reaction, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, obviously
But no.
one of the modules.
Yep.
So, this sword strikes you.
Ooh, that's really painful.
And there is a blast of energy and this yank under your stomach as it hits, as you just suddenly, and I swear to God, Gija, I was telling Lukovis, I had these abilities made about 4 or 5 months ago. But your gravity changes as the sword hits you, and suddenly backwards is down, and you find yourself...
Backwards is down.
So you find yourself falling. Everybody else just sees Ciri, for half a moment, look like she's been flung backwards, but it doesn't feel quite right.
Okay.
She's going to hit this other guy against the wall. You're both going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what?
3d6.
Yeah, so roll 3d6. I'll roll it now.
Oh god.
Christ alive.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
You take 14 damage. So you're unconscious. The guy behind you is minus 14 damage. And you are down as he just and
Cool.
blasts you back into the wall.
Cool. At least it's quite visual. And with that, I can eat some dinner.
And he just looks. He calls to the soldiers. Follow them. And these guards are gonna. Dash out. Next guard. This guard will try and leave your space, Asher. Then if you will react to it.
Oh god. I gave my dagger to what's his face.
Okay.
I have nothing.
You'll use half his movement to get back up, and then 5, 10. I don't know if you'll be attacking as he leaves your space, Atticus, or if you're going to save it. And push the talk as well.
I will not attack him.
Okay, 15. He will dash. 5, 10, 15. Cultist. 5, 10, 15. Oh yeah, you can go. It's full. Obsidian, you're up.
Okay. So he told them to follow them, and then they started leaving. Ciri's on the ground. Sure. Obsidian will pass by Asher. Sort of go. I hope you can get her back up. And then get right in his face. Does that...
He's already reacted, so we...
Yeah, okay, sure. And as Obsidian sort of passes by Ciri, there will be the burn growing within, so I will just apply a rage. And we'll try things, I suppose. So first, I will try to shove him prone with my advantageous athletics. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Oh, and he has plus 10. Okay, sure. Hobgoblin. Seeing how that doesn't work, in frustration, I suppose we'll just go for a maul attack. Not
as you
reckless.
shoulder into him, he takes like half a step backwards and digs his foot in. It's like, oh, the strength of the mountain. I have heard such tales. Show it to me.
And I will crack him right in the face as he's talking.
Yep.
Just to send him back into the crystal.
Has that not applied? Did you click apply or?
Oh, I might have not targeted him by mistake because I didn't target the athletics check, and then I was like, oh,
okay.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the maul.
And that should be oh no, that applied the rage. Good. Okay, sorry. All
Are
good.
you moving him?
I mean, I don't think that makes. You know what? Let's knock him that way. Just sort of, we'll say that it's into the wall more than into the crystal. And yeah, I guess that's where we stay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I think we both clicked.
Oops. Yagashura, sort of taking this blow from you, just sort of reaches of his non-sword hand and feels the blood coming out of his mouth and is like, good, good. Then he raises his sword and you think for a moment he's going to strike down at you, but he holds it in two hands and just this wave of ripples begins to come out as he uses his villain action, kneel before Sendax. I need all of you, including Suldil, to make me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Suldil, no! You are the only one that counts.
Everybody who fails is just forced down onto their knees, effectively proning
What was
them.
the DC?
15. Drops down to their knees for a moment as just this pressure and this weight just pushes down on you, like you simultaneously have these heavy hands, but also just this irresistible draw of the floor dragging you. Obsidian, you plant your feet and resist it, and you see the look that he's been bringing down. He was. Yes. What are you?
Can I add that and save?
What is this from?
I'm favored by the gods.
Cool, absolutely. Yeah, you are able just to push through and not drop. Obsidian, you can see that clearly this was a prelude to getting a very advantageous strike against you. But as you just sort of plant yourself and refuse, he's like, even better, and just gives a strike.
I'll link it for you.
Were you reckless, sir? I can't remember.
No,
No, okay.
I was not, but it still hits
26 hits.
with the plus million. Does it also send me flying somewhere?
It sends you straight up. 20 feet
Oh,
to
again?
the ceiling. You
Oh,
hit
okay.
the ceiling. So,
2d6 then.
yeah.
So that should have been... does it or does it not have? Is that only attacks from the rage? No, it's just bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, so that should be halved as well. Okay.
And then immediately, there's a twitch of the sword, and your gravity changes again, and you fall back down onto the table.
Cool, yeah. So that's further 4.
That is all from him.
Sure.
This
Am I
soldier-
prone or am I fine?
It doesn't say, so I will say 24 onto a... Do you want to make me a dex save? DC, we'll say 15, same as... do you want to say 12?
God. Okay. Hey!
You managed to
Landing back before him.
clumsily land on the table. This guy is going to try and get my drag ruler. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20. Atticus. Sleepy Atticus. You're up.
Well, I'll start by
You're also
standing
quiet.
up. I shouldn't be that quiet. I
go.
will stand up. Using 15 feet, I'm gonna move to kind of interpose a little.
Sorry. I'd written in the ability specifically, but hadn't gone through it all. The whole kneeling thing. You were prone for purposes of targeting, but no extra movement cost to get back up. So not 15 to get
Okay.
up. So just
I
regular.
will move slightly. So I'm kind of between him and Siri and Asher. And then I will blast eldritchly.
Push to talk, but
I'm not
assume
feeling
you're
so hot
cursing.
right now.
Anything else from you?
That's it, I'm afraid.
Okay. Suldiel will run to close, but as he does on his way, he is going to give 2 of the bronze bolts. Oof. Why do I no longer have the damage button is not showing for me? That's strange. Okay, I will. That's odd. Let me try one more time. So if it rolls. Now that one does have a damage button even though it missed. Oh well, I'm counting it as a hit anyway because the other 2 hits. And then I'll roll that second one because that also hit. Don't know whether damage isn't auto applying today. Okay, so first one was 24, second one was 25. That one did apply. Very strange. And anyway, Suldiel ends up in melee range. Top of a round. Asher, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna look down at Siri and I'm just gonna reach down and put my hand on her shoulder and just kind of shake her. Get on!
Ooh, that's a big heal. Oh, that you did to yourself.
I selected her.
Okay, so you gave yourself, what were you on before? You gave yourself
Whatever it
14.
is, minus 17.
Oh, you were 27. So let's take you back to 27. And let's put 17 into Siri, who jolts back alive, but is unconscious. Sorry, is prone.
What am I concentrating on right now?
Not who you're fucking targeting, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, like, it tried to give me a concentration roll.
Favor by the God isn't concentration, is it? You had
No,
light
it
on
was a
last
special-
session. I don't know. Nothing that
Yeah.
I'm aware of.
Okay.
I'll cancel it.
Okay.
Oh, expeditious retreat from earlier.
Oh,
It says on the mouse over it.
Okay. Alright. Sure.
Okay, anything else from you?
No, not right now. No, that's it for me.
Okay, Siri, to you. You're prone.
Sita opens her eyes to look into Asher's eyes. And
What a
feels.
sight.
Yeah, absolutely. And for a second, there's peace, and then there isn't. There's just anger. As she stands up, kind of like, because Kura had vanished when she went unconscious, Kura's just gonna kind of like come out of her like a torrent and just like run as in like just be right in front of Yagashora, and through Korra, Sirius attacks are gonna come, but it's kind of mostly like this echoey spirit thing attacking.
He's had his turn and has his reaction back as Korra enters his space. He will flick that sword out with.
Oh, he's such a twat.
Did he not do it to Sordil?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, he flicks the sword out.
Yeah, go on, do it.
And just sputters Korra out with, "No, no, little spirit."
I can still. Can I? So do I get up from prone? So is it 15?
Yeah, 15.
All right. So I'm gonna stand up, get up, bonus action. Oh no, that I
Was it
summoned
the
him with my
bonus
bonus
action?
action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Take a more hands-on approach.
It's too far.
She'll throw a chair at him.
I will throw a chair at him. I will.
Are you making an
Isn't it
improvised weapon? You can make
Yeah.
an improvised weapon attack and throw it. I can't remember how you roll improvised weapon attack. If it's just like a dex or something.
No.
I mean, surely
Remind
it's something athletics, right? Something athletics.
I don't know what you actually. I've never been in.
I think you're just making essentially an attack without proficiency.
Yeah. Okay, just make
Feels like it.
just make an attack roll
Let me check.
with minus. But make the roll. What's your proficiency now? 3. Yeah, make a -3 attack roll.
Can I just roll a d20?
Sure, 1d20 -3. Yeah. Oh yeah, 1d20.
It'd be plus your strength probably. So
Plus
like
my
4.
strength. Okay. Which is
I don't know what the damage would be because
4.
a chair definitely doesn't hit as hard as your pass key.
Yeah, it is a d4 typically.
Is it?
it's not gonna hit. 17.
There's no pluses to that, right? That's a flat 17.
Well, it was plus my strength, so yeah.
That was included.
What was included? He just with the hand that doesn't have the sword, he just punches the chair away and it just splinters. Using any weapon at your disposal. Marvelous. Truly a student of Xandor Blackwood.
This guy's pretty cool. I don't know.
And that's my turn.
Obsidian.
Quite an ambition on you.
I'm sorry.
Trying.
I deleted the mugs. There we go. Obsidian.
Telling the mountain to kneel. And I will light the maul on fire, as I say that, and go for 2 reckless attacks, I suppose, with the fiery maul. Advantageous then.
First one misses.
Horrible rolls. And thankfully not
Second one hits.
more of them.
The first one is its burn, and he just grabs it by the haft for a moment.
Low damage.
Grins.
Great.
But you manage to drag it away and swing again.
Yeah. Considering how we stand, I don't even... Yeah, I don't think I want to push him away. Oh, you know what? Yeah, future-proofing. We will send him here, actually. Yeah, good. And I'll move also. And that's where we end this turn.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I would like to spend my inspiration on that attack that missed.
Go for it. Roll another attack.
Yeah, I'll just click it off. Forgot that I have it. So I'll just strike him once more. Not with this, with the Maul Fire. Thank you. Advantage. Okay, there we go.
It hits.
For an additional max damage. Okay.
Nice. Very good.
Almost max. 20.
Okay. Yagashora, with his spare hand, just reaches forward and it glows with purple light for a moment. He's like, yes, Sendax, indeed. And he will clench his fist, and this prick of light appears in front of him as he uses his villain action, Bound to Fail. I need Siri, Obsidian, and Suldil to make me a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Right.
Oh, excellent.
You know what? I'm going to
My favorite.
use my,
Waiting for the enemy monkey.
actually, no. Why am I going to do that? I'm not going to do that.
You're gonna what, sorry?
I was going to use my inspiration, but I don't know what for. Because, like, there's just no way I'm passing that.
Okay, so you just feel all three of you, this huge, like, tug of gravity pull towards each other. Siri, you have to dig your feet for a moment. You feel like you're being dragged towards Yagashora, but you manage
I'm
to
going to
resist.
chest.
Obsidian and Suldil are slammed into each other.
And that's intelligence.
As,
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Continue.
as Yagashora then flourishes his sword and makes a sweeping attack, hitting both of you.
Okay.
As both of you also fall 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and hit the wall over here as your gravity again changes. So 25 foot fallen damage.
That would be 2d6, I believe.
Yep.
Another 4. Okay. Staying alive.
And like he hasn't, other than the little knock and nudge you gave him around the table, he's not. He hasn't even like stepped away from his desk yet. That is him. Atticus, you're up. You just see your companions go flying into the wall and crumple. Oh yeah, sorry. Suldil and Obsidian both prone.
I'm gonna go for the Eldritch Blast. I'm just standing back here like, pew, pew.
You have seen a lieutenant of your lord here at my table. Why would he empower you to act against me?
No response.
Your cards are in the wrong deck, young Gladstone. Sorry, anything else from you?
No, and I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. Suldil will use half their movement to get up. And they are going to try and unleash 2 more bronze bolts. First one hits. That did apply. Maybe I rolled the 2 in too rapid a succession before. Oh, second one absolutely fails. Top of a round. Asher.
Alright, I'm gonna just kind of do like a little mini jump and like one of those hype yourself up jumps. And I am
What night elf female bob on the spot sort of.
you know, like a boxer will do before they throw a punch. And I'm gonna sacrifice my 2 sorcery points to turn it into a 2nd level spell, and then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at him. I do, though. I do. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use that. There we go. Now I shall...
DM, is he taking damage?
Yes. I mean, straight away when Obsidian hit him, he was bleeding from the mouth. He is absolutely taking damage.
No. Now I'm gonna use my inspiration to try that again.
Go for it. Reroll it then.
Oh, God. Yes, I do. Let me do it. Okay. Fuck you!
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Alright. Cool. Nothing is gonna happen. I'm gonna go looking like I'm going real big, and instead I go home. That's awful. Okay. Fuck.
Sire.
Um,
And he sort of spreads his arms a little bit, like welcoming before taking
welcoming back. No, I know he's got his reaction back. I'm kind of fine, thanks. I'm gonna leap across the table, and I'm gonna summon Cora. Oh, for crying out loud! I can never find. There we go. I'm just gonna summon Cora here.
Oh, okay.
This is a crystal, right? Like just
A very large
big...
crystal. Like, yeah.
Is it attackable?
Anything's attackable.
As in like, can I? Okay, so it's attackable. So I'm just gonna.
I mean, anything, anywhere, at any time is attackable.
Fine. I don't know. If it looks like granite, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna hit granite.
It looks like a huge amethyst protruding from the wall.
Did we break the other one?
Does it emanate with mysterious light? Like it does.
It does emanate with mysterious light. It reminds you of the one in the room that Ardeth was in.
Which we kind of like broke, right?
I mean, we kind of discussed this before. You shatter a crystal, you're just making a bunch of mini crystals.
Okay, never mind. Cora's gonna take the form of a lash, of like very specifically the lash of immolation.
Yeah.
Which is a 10-foot thing.
Sure.
And so I would like to attack this guy from a 10-foot distance via Cora.
Go for it.
Nope, that's really bad. But I've got another attack. Ah, dear. Just one. It will feel so good.
That hits.
That one actually hits. Dimash, I'm going to activate it.
Ooh.
So, wait, hold on. Can I? Is it only on a hit? Nope. When I can use my reaction to invoke it. So plus 2d6.
Okay, so you're reacting to activate the rune on it.
That's right. That should have been. Oh no, this is fine. Okay, so the rune is now activated. Can't be invoked again.
Did you put the damage into it?
I did. It's the 2d6 that you see in there. And now there's a special action called Unleash Incarnation. It doesn't say. It says whenever you take an attack action, you can make an additional melee attack from the echo's position. So it's not a bonus action. It's just an additional attack that I can make.
It's a special flash feature. That's how you have X many per day.
It's 2. So I'm going to use that to attack again.
Okay.
I have now become a ranged fighter. But once is as good as it got.
That last one misses. As you invoke the rune and the whip slashes against him, you see where it strikes on his arm, it leaves a glowing rune. He looks down for a moment and laughs like, "Ha! Old fire giant magic. You know, my namesake was a fire giant. They say some of his blood flows through me. Let me show you!" But first, it is obsidian.
But no, but first,
Oh!
Cora has movement.
Cora has
Cora's
movement.
going to move Kura's gonna move closer to him.
Okay. Anything else from you?
No, that's fine.
Well, since Kura didn't take it for the team this time around, I will not get to him, because I will just get killed. Sure, I will stand back from prone. Delete. Shouldn't be a problem. Sure. And I guess in this case, just sort of looking at him ready to strike at any moment, I suppose. We'll just chuck a hand axe, because I don't think I can do two, because I would technically hold my weapon, so I cannot just get both of them out in one go. So I'll just do one. Return to holding the
He
hammer.
grabs it. He catches it by the haft, and in a very non-aggressive way, in a supportive way, throws it back underarm like, you degrade yourself.
I'll move back towards the wall, and you know what? I will, for good measure, just pop a. Will I? Yeah, I think I will pop a potion of healing. So that would be like that. Wait. Oh, didn't. That's fine. I will just adjust myself. There you go. Good enough. Oh, well, not him. Not him.
So did that heal him, did it? Okay, I will remove
probably.
that again. Yeah, you swap. He throws you your axe back. You throw a potion. It's like, thank you. Okay, is that all from you?
Yeah, I get. Oh well, I actually want to be in the corner. Good.
Okay.
Yes, now done.
So his outburst to say, "Well, let me show you." You just see he sort of throws off the. It's like Jason Isaacs in The Dictator. He throws off his like furs and just gives a bit of a stamp, and you see that like for a moment this flash of fire seems to cover him, and his arms and chest absolutely broaden as he uses his third villain action, the Warlord. And as his arms and chest swell, he visibly becomes much more muscular as the strength of the fire giants flows through him. He is then going to leap the table and make a single sweep of the sword towards Sire.
I've got some the Sentinel do something.
Oh, cool.
No, I'm not against that other than me. Never mind.
Oh, okay. And he is going to
I'm thinking of something else.
His blow now, you see blood is covering him. His blow clearly with this powerful fire giant inspired recklessness. Oh my god. Oh, still manages to hit.
Ooh. Shield!
Yeah?
Shield!
You, with the shield hits, you see the shield come up, or as, remind me, is it Kura?
It's Kura, yeah. So when the shield comes, Kura like basically just like intercepts the...
You see Kura almost be like smote away with the ferocity of this blow. Hold up, just make sure he doesn't get any extra. Yeah. So it just comes in so heavy that Kura is almost spotted out. And you just see this huge grin. Not like this, not an unhinged, crazy grin, but just someone who is so exhilarated and enjoying this. Atticus.
No, actually, hold on. Sorry. I cannot do that. Sorry.
Oh, because
sorry.
you used your reaction to invoke the rune. Shit. Then give yourself shield back.
I was hesitating because I was like,
Sorry.
do I dub her in right now?
No, it's oh my god. No, it's when I saw the little pop-up, so like -1 reaction, I was like, no. Never mind.
So yeah, we'll take that shield off. The sword absolutely blasts you. However, this time, the pull of the ground is stronger, and you are just almost forcefully crushed prone instead of your gravity. But your gravity is down and is stronger. And he just sort of, after this huge strike and you ground to the floor, he just holds the sword ready to, for his next blow to be brought down. Like, you hurt your uncle so. Atticus, you're up.
Atticus is going to make his way onto the table and run towards Yagashura. Any reacting from him?
He does not. He seems so from this basically mechanically he's lost his reactions now in this state while he's currently as pumped. So he sees you coming but is just fixated on the moment.
Then I'm gonna charge in with the greatsword. Cool.
Oh, advantageous. He's reckless, member.
Oh.
So you can make another miss. Oh, hits. Marvellous.
Oh. And I will try and follow it up with a swift kick from up on the table as well. I mean, he's grown, right? So I'm probably standing face to face with him now. But still.
Was that
That
advantageous
also
as well?
was not advantageous.
You fucking idiot, Alex.
Not that it would matter, because his AC is through the roof. That's all
His
from me.
AC is the same as a member of the party. Okay, anything else from you?
Nope.
Okay. So deal. We'll come in with a bolt. Oh, that should have been advantageous. Miss. And then comes in with another one, which I will roll correctly.
God, idiot.
My God, both miss. They will jump onto the table.
I'm an
as
idiot.
Wait, wait. Were those both advantageous?
They were. The first
Okay.
one I forgot to, so I rolled it a second time. The
Okay,
second
gotcha,
one I
gotcha,
did
gotcha.
roll
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
advantageously.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay.
Asher,
Good,
you're
good,
up.
good.
Alright, I am going
Louder.
to... I'm going to target...
You'll have to
Obsidian,
speak louder, son!
and I'm going to do healing light. Let's see, it's 2d6. Right. 2, 6.
Was that meant for Obsidian?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It was just very weak heal. And that was a bonus action.
Yep.
And then I'm going to
Come on, Luca, what's it gonna be?
Eldritch Blast at him.
Wom. That is unsuccessful.
Yeah.
But what
I
about
have-
second Eldritch
but I-
Blast?
Yeah.
Oh, also a 1. Oh my God, it so nearly was on my screen as well.
Both would have been advantageous.
So the first one, she did do it advantage, I assume, but the
No.
fact that it oh, I wonder why the first one has 2 crosses next to the attack result. whereas
That
the
is a
second one
natural
only has
Uno.
1.
It's probably a not one
Oh,
denomination.
okay. Second one hits. Roll damage. Is
So
it
the first
agonizing?
one, right? Because that's the advantage of the first one, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is it pushback? Is it agonizing? Is it what?
It's always agonizing.
Okay.
However much I want to get him away from Sere, I also don't want to fuck up what they have going on. So, no, it's not going to be pushed back.
Okay.
Okay.
Apply your damage. It looks like you haven't. There we go.
And then I will do...
How many fucking Eldritch Blasts are you doing
This is the
here?
second advantage, which also doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. And that is it for me.
Okay. Sire. You are prone.
Okay. I am prone. I can stand up from prone. That's a thing, right?
Yeah. 15 feet movement.
As I stand up from prone, like as I try to dodge the sword, just like over my belly button, apparently, Cora is going to use that moment to attack advantageously twice from a distance.
Okay.
Is that correct? Yeah.
With a whip, yeah.
Yeah.
So you are using
Just in case.
15 foot of movement to get up, so you're no longer prone. And Cora is attacking twice with advantage. Whoa, that's a crit.
That's a crit!
Remember to click crit damage.
Crits. Could have activated the thing there, but I didn't.
You can't, did you say, I thought you couldn't again, once it's already been activated. Didn't you say you can't?
No, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, exactly. It's like, no, I said I could have waited.
More meant if I had done it here, yeah.
But when I crit hit, hold on. When I score a critical hit against with using this whip, the target is also restrained until the start of my next turn. As fiery balance slash around the target.
That's actually baller.
Yeah. So these flaming cords suddenly reach up and wrap around him. Interestingly, the fire itself doesn't do as much as you were hoping. It still hurts.
Or fire giant? Yeah.
It still hurts, but you see the restraining is definitely taking place. So that was your first attack, wasn't it?
Yes. So going again with advantage because he was reckless. That doesn't hit.
It does
no.
hit. Meter beats
it does hit. Meter bits it. Normal. And I'm going to unleash incarnation one final time. If this doesn't hit, I will use my inspiration. Just as a kind of like a real, like, as Syrah has gone down and she's about to die, Cora's just kind of like gone absolute mental. This one almost hits Atticus in the face though. But I did say I was going to use my inspiration, so I'll do that. Wait, no. Did I click? I clicked with advantage. Anyway, didn't I? Oh no, but okay. Wait, how does that work?
Oh my god, Jesus, what?
You do have advantage. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I did have advantage, but if I wanted to use my inspiration, there's no double advantage. I can't use my advantage. I can't use my inspiration.
I mean, you not already used it?
You used the inspiration 2 rounds ago, didn't you? I thought you used the inspiration to.
I did.
No. So the advantage is because he was reckless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you use your inspiration to re-roll, aka to give you advantage. But I already had advantage, and you can't have double advantage.
But a re-roll isn't advantage. That's just making him a roll again. But also, you don't show us having inspiration on your sheet. What's your inspiration?
From last, because I took it out. I just unclicked it.
Oh,
but I had it from last time's recap.
Then yeah, make another attack then.
Okay. A normal attack?
I don't know, Matt. I feel like it's something we've done so many times. The question in it has thrown me on what we normally do. Because I feel like normally you can... Come on, Mr. Daff.
Yeah, so technically raw inspiration gives you advantage, but I think we were always just sort of playing as if you can decide after and just try again, so I don't know how you go about it.
So you can make another...
A normal attack.
Yeah.
Another advantageous attack.
Yeah.
Which one? You tell me.
Just do it. Just do it, man. Just roll an advantageous attack.
He's restrained and he's...
Roll as many dice as you want.
I'm trying. There's so many rules, man. There's too many rules.
You're only in your head, though. Fine.
Okay. And that's me when watch a 1 HP. Yep, that's it.
as the fire creeps up around him, and that. So, how long is he restrained for?
Until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Obsidian, you are
All
up.
right. Sure. Well, let me get in on that action then. I will rush forward after stepping back a little bit.
I just check. Can he react? I can never remember. Can he react whilst restrained?
Yeah, he could. If he can react again, after you told us explicitly he cannot.
I've got. Yep, you're right. You are absolutely correct.
Right. In which case, I will try to truly unleash. I will not go reckless because obviously there's like about 5 other things that give me advantage right now. So I'll just strike him oncely.
So, as you strike him, the blow comes in heavy, and with a cough of blood, say, "First to you, then." And the floor beneath him just opens up purple for a moment, and as you see his eyes roll back, he just drops through the floor and
Coward!
as he, through means of some sort of portal that he didn't seem to open himself, disappears from the room.
Good job, Obsidian, but I totally had him. He was on his last legs,
Obsidian Cork's.
And I think before we say another word, we should take our break because we have gone over. We should. Yeah, he falls through the floor, through a portal that immediately closes, and you are left in a quiet room.
How is it quiet? I'm speaking. Do we give chase to those who have run? To his men, to Elias?
I bet those other guys are way out of here. Who knows about Elias? So, is there no
It's
stone
been
in that
moments.
house?
They went through a bunch of portals through the door to your left, Obsidian. No, to the on the east wall, west wall.
Oh, I thought they went through the door. They went through portals.
They went through a door
Oh,
just
sorry.
where I am.
Originally, yeah. Sorry, that's why. On the original map, it's a secret door, but I forgot I had it open. So yeah.
And then I could just about have line of sight that on the other side I could saw one portal, but I'm pretty sure he referenced your individual portals.
Okay. I suppose.
Ouch.
And where you did see portals earlier, you now just see the slight rapidly fading runes on the floor that indicate a number of portals had been here, but have now closed.
Does the passage to the north with the stairs look like it goes anywhere, or?
It goes to a brick wall, but you see there is a large lever on the wall.
Obsidian is recovering the maul, the other one.
Okay.
I mean, barring hearing noises and scratching at the door and stuff, If I hear that they are trying to get out, I will probably leave it there.
You hear nothing from there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't feel
I will then.
you didn't go like, "See you in hell, so long." You just kind of did it and left. So there was enough noise coming from that room where I described it that.
Okay. In which case, I will return and close this one.
The portal room is empty, other than a passage that also goes to the north, like those two do. Yeah.
We don't know where this goes.
No, I was tempted to go there in the middle of the fight because it just wasn't going very well, honestly. So I thought I might as well check, but
What do you
fortunately,
mean?
it didn't come to it. Well, I couldn't hit any of my attacks, so I figured maybe I'd just go check out what was in there. But then, Siri over here almost died. So, by the way, sister, are you feeling okay?
Sina's looking at the emerald, at the amethyst, deep within it.
The amethyst looks back. That's how you feel.
That's the second one. What do you want?
I wouldn't recommend talking to it when you are in such a bad state.
Listen to your companion, Sire. He knows better. You just
Why keep me alive?
You just feel it in your head.
Is that a recognizable voice or just like a new voice in my head?
Not to you. I'd say it's a new voice for you.
She turns her back. She's gonna. I'm just gonna open the pouch. I don't want to take its contents out. I just want, you know.
The pouch? Oh, the pouch that you were handed?
Yeah.
Contains a number of silver pieces. Silver coins.
This next round is on him. This is just money, not a stone.
Make me a history check.
To see if the reference goes over my head.
So,
What did you see? I wasn't looking.
I wanted to double click on the character to open the sheet, and I clicked on the door instead.
Open up a pouch and just a little bit and counting. You count that there are 30 pieces of silver in there, which you know is the typical informant fee in Baldur's Gate. The informants and snitches are paid by the guards for actionable intelligence. Atticus and Obsidian, as you jostle try and get through the door like Dick and Dom. What's going on over here?
Open.
Go right ahead. Ah, an office. Lovely.
Yes, it opens up into a small office.
Sarah uses her full action for that version.
Yes, I do. Sorry, should I not clicked for that?
There's no button for it, but you regain 1 HP instead.
Okay. Yay. Thank you.
So,
I don't know. These are pretty good healing potions so far.
there is not a huge amount in this room. The shelves to the south are actually like a small personal larder and like a bit of a modest wine rack. An armor stand on the corner which is empty. But on the desk, firstly on the corner of the desk, there is a large, very simple looking stone, but it does have a very faint magical glow to it that pulses softly occasionally. There is also a small journal and a book that you can see is a rather small book with no embossed or printed title on the spine or cover, but when you open it, you see that it is called On Dragon Sight. So there is a journal and a book called On Dragon Sight. This is information I've provided to you as a group. Feel free to acknowledge or reply or respond in any way.
I'm not in the office, so I was.
Yeah, unless someone takes us serious, definitely going to take the books
Oh, sorry.
and journal. Yeah, she's there.
God, we just go in and then Siri comes and takes all the loot.
No, I'm not. She's not. She's behind. Harrison is saying, "Are you guys doing something?" Before he says, "Okay, the book self-destructs." I'm saying, if they're not they're obviously closer, they can take it. If not,
my books.
Definitely looking around. I mean, if Obsidian has gone to the desk, then I'll probably just be examining the shelves for the dope magical scrolls that are obviously there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would look into the journal, I guess. See if there's a lot to catch up on, or if this is something.
There's only a couple of pages. I've put notes written in a neat script, but disorganized throughout a book with many stretches of empty and half-completed pages, and I will share it. Were you planning to keep the contents secret, or should I just share them with the group?
I mean, I don't know what the contents are, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, so first of all, Jesus Christ. First of all, I will share them with you. You should now have, if you hit J, Obsidian, you should have access.
Yeah, I see them. I see. I'm reading them. That's fine. It's fine. Mouse.
I wonder why the vagueness before then.
What?
I wonder why the vagueness before then. Seems like we have all of the ones that were gathered here described. Names and all.
including the secret elf. She says somewhat mockingly as she coughs up a bit of blood.
Shall I share that, Mr. Duff?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yay, sharing.
Did you expect anything else from Obsidian?
No.
As she looks over, she puts a a little bit of a blood drop. Rigalzo. Infernal. Not draconic. Will this sway your mind?
Did you read the whole of it? Much easier to mediate with a fellow dragon rather than dealing with demons directly.
Doesn't matter what its nature it was. It says clearly not just a dragon, or certainly not a noble dragon, but a creature of fiends, and she underlines infernal, with a demon as his emissary.
You know, that does explain why I've been speaking Infernal.
Maybe.
Also, is this written by Jagashura? Because Jagashura is definitely not a dragon.
Well, no, he was saying when we were in the room with him, he seemed to be indicating that they're the lieutenants of. I mean, they're a layer down. They're not reporting directly to Sendex so much. Sendex wants these people, Kurigalzu, the Infernal One, Faxicilia from the Shadowfell, but Gornak is his representative, is Kurigalzu's representative. So each of these people is a lieutenant who has a higher patron, and then those patrons in turn are united by Sendex. Obviously.
You suddenly have a very loud background hiss, by the way, Monkey, when you're speaking.
Fuck you.
I mean, the series is also incredibly distracted by the glaring omission here. And I guess Elias is not an envoy. At least not in the same vein as the rest of them.
While they're all in that room, I'm gonna wander over to Dude and just be like, "No stone. What do you want to do next?"
Sorry?
While they're all in that broom closet, I'm gonna wander over to Elf Dude. Dragon Elf guy.
Did we not just find a stone?
Yeah, I just described the large stone that was on the corner of that desk.
I only caught the journal and
a
shit.
simple, unadorned
There's
stone.
also a
that
stone,
was
Asher.
glowing
Don't worry.
Occasionally
Never
with a
mind.
magical pulse of
I
light.
caught all the writing information. I completely whoop the stone. Never mind. Nothing. I said nothing. I'm just sitting out here. I'm gonna take a seat.
There is also the book on Dragon Sight, if anyone is wanting.
I did hear that.
Well done, I'm very proud.
Sita is still like
okay.
looking at this note, and her wheels are slowly turning.
Siray's got wheels.
Very, very slowly.
In the meantime, I'm going to reveal the other book because it inevitably always ends up getting revealed. So I reveal it.
A little known. I'm reading this out loud.
Okay, go for it.
A little known phenomenon supports the central ideas expressed in Elegy for the First World. Occasionally, dragons develop a sense known as dragon sight, an awareness of multiple incarnations of themselves across different worlds in the material plane. Dragon sight is most common in ancient dragons, especially when their enormous hordes include items from other worlds or powerful artifacts whose histories span multiple worlds. Gem dragons, perhaps because of their innate psionic powers, are most likely to develop dragon sight. Dragons who develop dragon sight amass knowledge that spans the material plane, making them among the foremost experts on worlds beyond their own. With time, dragon sight can expand beyond passive awareness to allow active communication between a dragon's incarnations. Some ancient dragons with well-developed dragon sight begin to weave grand plans that involve coordinating activities across multiple worlds, culminating in cosmos-shaking events. Given most people's limited understanding of dragons' beliefs and philosophies, let alone dragon sight, many mortals are quick to describe dragons with heightened dragon sight as dragon gods, which they are not. Still, some powerful dragons have so successfully extended their consciousness across multiple incarnations and so expertly coordinated their activities across multiple worlds that they can seem godlike even to younger dragons. And this is a smaller book, annotated as being an excerpt from a larger volume called Elegy for the First World.
Which we have.
So it's just him looking through all the crystals, right?
What does it mean, incarnations?
The crystals. Right? Or I guess something else. If it's like the unification, then eventually... I don't know. This is like that episode of Doctor Who where everyone becomes the master. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm not a nerd.
Yeah, I don't know. Either it's talking about its incarnations like the crystals that we keep seeing, that it's seeing through and whatever, or it's making all those weird half-dragony things from the drug. Like everyone takes the drug and turns into an incarnation. Then everything on the world is Sendax. I don't know. That's just me guessing wildly.
Multiple incarnations of themselves. This doesn't sound like gems or rocks or mutated drug-infused beings. It sounds
suspicious.
Is that in my head? How can there be more than one self?
Is this where we want to consider all those possibilities?
No, I think we should take this to the Temple of Okma.
I'm gonna wander over and be like, "Are you guys? Did you find something crazy in here? What's going on?"
So there aren't any cool scrolls on the shelves or anything?
There are no cool scrolls on the shelves. Yagashora has no use for magic. You've seen this. I mean, if it had spells as well, you'd really be fun.
Well, it's a shame we didn't get his corpse, because I was hoping for that cool sword, so...
Yeah, which was clearly not magical.
Senses sword.
It was just one of the incarnation's sword, actually.
Did someone pick up the stone, or is it still just sitting there on the desk?
What stone?
I mean, for a fighter, Sina really likes the book, and she's looking, she's cross-referencing, she's thinking of incarnations, imagining like lots of little sendaxes and all the different material plays. She's wondering. She's made a note here. She's like, it mentions Corvellium, the dragon under whose bones we rested.
It does.
It says she refused. How could she? When was this made? How could she refuse? Did an incarnation of Corvellium refuse in a different plane? My head is very tired.
And I repeat, is this the place where we want to consider all this? Or should we take a move on?
I could really use a rest.
Who has the stone?
It's just on the table. Just grab it.
Okay,
just take it.
That's what I was asking. Okay, so I'm gonna come over.
No one is
paying
attention to this.
I'm gonna come out and hand it to dude.
So as you grab the stone,
Okay.
Oh no.
you pick it up.
Thank you. I wanted to know who had it, or if walking over to the room, I see it there.
There's never been an easier opportunity to grab something than to have them sit it like this on some sort of notes. Like her zero intelligence, kind of like. I keep saying, like, Zero rolls remarkably well for like someone with like no modifier for intelligence.
Ah, poor Corvellium.
You seem keen on speaking. Talk to me then. I'm listening.
So stubborn. So unpliable. You remind me of her.
Sira is sort of trying to find the place where the voice is coming, and I understand it's coming from her mind.
You feel
but
that it's absolutely it arrives in your mind. The intensity of the crystal in the wall, whenever it happens, seems to deepen for you.
Okay.
But only you hear this. The others just carry on as normal.
So do you guys want to check out what's in here, or are we just going to try and, you know, free the dragon or whatever and get out of here?
I've given stone to dude. I'm gonna just be. I think we should free the dragon and get out.
You gave a stone to Suldiel, did you?
Yes.
Suldiel just immediately starts.
Okay. I'm gonna go to follow him.
Wow, I completely did not think that was the stone. Sorry,
What?
that went completely over my head. That was the stone we were looking for.
Oh my god!
How many magic stones do you think there are?
I like, you don't understand what these books have done to me. Like, I'm seeing like multiple universes. Like, yes, like the revelations are just like, why is everyone obsessed with this stone?
The reason we are here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna follow him back then, and just calling back to Atticus, like, man, I think we should get going.
It's just a living room.
It's a
Happy
living
to
room
interfere with my life.
that had another 7 guards in until after the fight when I remembered and then thought, oh shit, they're about to open these doors. Delete. There was a sudden mass killing in those rooms.
I'm gonna look at Obsidian and be like, hey man, can I have that back? To my coin. And DM, can I have my light back?
Yep.
You know, you can just light another though. But yeah, you can have your coin back.
Yeah, but it's got the string tied on it. I'm not gonna part with
Is
the
it a
coin.
yo-yo?
No, I tied it around
Yeah,
and
I know.
I keep it tied to my belt. Giving away money.
If you want.
Go on. You know you want to.
If you want, I will just,
Yeah,
for convenience.
sure. Send it.
Yeah, so you see Suldil with the stone sort of walks around Havalan a little bit, trying to work out how it works, and then in the end takes it over near the wall where the iron poles all meet, and suddenly with a horrible like heavy metal cables all snapping and releasing, the bonds come off and the dragon slumps. After a few moments, its form changes and shifts to... I haven't decided yet what the humanoid form of Havalan will
Wow.
look like. But
Just assumed we will lose.
But Suldil will pick them up in one arm, have their sword ready in the other, and say, "We leave, yes?"
I mean, yeah, I think so, man.
And discuss next steps afterwards.
What will you do? Your order has fallen.
So I feared. You are set against Sendax, are you not?
Yes. Do you need a place to stay?
Do you need a place to stay?
Sure. You got a place?
We should take our rest. But if we are to reform the Knights of Bahamut, you will need to assist me in recovering our headquarters. And from there, we can see to next steps.
Oh.
Speedy gets really close to Atticus, just in case. Maybe we just get out of here first.
Very well. And yeah, I'll leave.
We even know these headquarters exist. Till.
Is that two? Is that audible?
No, that would be to the group for the most part.
I mean,
I think she looks at Atticus. We need to have a conversation.
Hmm.
An honest one, for a change.
What kind of conversation?
I think you need to decide what you do with everything you have learned today. And what your path is.
we should do that once we're safely out of here, though.
I agree.
And I'm gonna go to move to the door.
So, the journey back obviously involves exiting these tunnels into a rainy, dead of night trade meet where the Eidolon now stands, eyes and head bowed, just uncontrolled, unmanned, illuminating a big circle on the floor underneath it from its headlamp eyes, but no movement, no patrolling around. Unless anybody has any specific plans in Trade Me, it is easy for you to slip out of the town, back to the path, and begin your gradual journey back to Athkatla. And I think it is on the road that we'll pick up next time, unless you all just want to get back to city proper before having conversations. But
What, we're not gonna go say thank you to the lovely hag who provided us with amazing cover?
if you'd like to, you absolutely can.
I'm not sure that the cottage would still be there. I feel like it's more like the cottage finds us rather than we find the cottage.
Obsidian would be against that, considering we don't know where the investigator is and what he's doing, and if he has any means of tracking us. Because
I don't think this cottage appears unless it wants to find us. It's not like we didn't stumble on it randomly. She very much was like, hello, do I kill you or are you my friend? But
also, considering we had the crystals and they were a spying thing, apparently, would we not consider the little, what did he give us? What's it called? The card, I guess. He gave us something.
His calling card.
Yeah, that thing. So I don't know. That just feels like not a good thing to have on you. Suddenly.
But before, I just don't. Are you going to chuck it?
I don't have it. I don't think so. It's just something that Obsidian might bring
Up.
Yeah.
Don't throw it away, or at least not until we discuss. There's a mention of the Feywild. They probably have a emissary as well, and it might be useful to have a contact there. I'm not saying, obviously, betray our word. I couldn't even if I wanted to, and I don't want to. But we might need to talk to them at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
So do we
Perhaps we find a lead box and put it in there until we find the use for it.
an RFI block and wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then do we pick up on the road back to Athkatla next time, having difficult conversations?
What difficult conversation?
Who knows? Very, very good. Luca, have inspiration for that joke. I couldn't tell before because you kind of just said to the group. Was the whole thing about do we know if the headquarters is still real? Was that said to the group including Suldiel, or was that whispered sort of excluding Suldiel?
I reckoned if Suldiel was sort of talking to us as he was picking up the dragon, I reckon we'd be a bit away, and so then Obsidian just calls to the group low on his voice. So I don't think he'd be hiding it specifically, just sort of if they're around, they would be the ones to receive.
Then I will make Suldiel do a perception check. Yeah. It is accessed via magic. So once we retrieve the key, yes, the headquarters will once again be open to us and its facilities.
Yes.
But you in particular...
Obviously, the enemies of your order wouldn't possess magic that would allow them to get there. The ones who crushed it, I mean.
Crushed it? The order was crushed. The key...
Oh, no.
still remains, though its key will need retrieving from a thief. I am happy to discuss it
Considering-
more at length once we are back in a relative safety and Haviland has recovered.
If you are so sure, after all those years spent here.
I am.
And we head out.
It's not like we have a safer place to rest.
Clem will save us. Okay, then we will wrap things up there, and we will be back next week. A very good session, everybody. And we will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.